Jersey, at 165 for North Carolina State, either a sophomore from Brunswick, Ohio, Derek Fields, or a sophomore from Danbury, Connecticut, A.J. Kovacs. And for your pride, a sophomore from Wonton, New York, Matt Rogers, or a sophomore from Merrick, New York, Eric Schindel, or a freshman from Williamstown, New Jersey, Jake Slotnick, or a redshirt freshman from Asheville, North Carolina, Grayson Harris. At 174 for North Carolina State, a graduate from Whispering Pines, North Carolina, Alex Faison. For your pride, Matt Rogers, or Eric Schindel, or Jake Slotnick, or Grayson Harris. At 184 for North Carolina State, a freshman from Aurora, Ohio, Dylan Fishback, or a sophomore from Paulson Lake, New York, Brock Delsignor, or a junior from Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, Dylan Reiner. For your pride, a freshman from Hoover, Alabama, Will Conlin. At 197 for North Carolina State, Dylan Fishback, Brock Delsignor, or Dylan Reiner. For your pride, a sophomore from Lock Haven, Pennsylvania, Nicholas Miller. At 285 for North Carolina State, a junior from Summerville, South Carolina, Owen Treppin. And for your pride, either a redshirt freshman from Miami, Florida, Adrian Sands, or a graduate from Kokana, Wisconsin, Keaton Lube. North Carolina State is coached by Pat Alfrizio, the associate head coach is Adam Hall, the assistant coaches are Kevin Tack and Tommy Kent. Your pride are coached by Dennis. At its alma mater, the associate head coach is Ernest James, and the assistant coaches are Cody Russell and Charles Hall. Today's officials are Nicholas Grosso and Jason Tran. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise if you were able and join us as we honor America and those who protect it with the playing of our national anthem.
Live from the David S. Max Physical Education Center, it is time once again for Hofstra Pride Wrestling as they welcome in the number 7 ranked team in the nation, the North Carolina State Wolfpack. Good morning, everybody, and thank you for joining us. Will Thompson alongside with you as we get ready for a big-time match here in Hempstead as the 7th ranked Wolfpack come to town to take on Hofstra. And NC State coming in today at 9-2 overall. Hofstra at 3-2 overall in dual matches. NC State coming off a top 10 defeat against Oklahoma State at home in Raleigh this past Friday, a 22-12 defeat. So they make the quick turnaround to come up north as we get ready for the first match in 125 pounds. The junior Dylan Acevedo for Hofstra and the 5th year Jarrett Trombley for North Carolina State as we are underway. As Trombley shoots right away. Trombley, a 5th year, he goes for the single leg, trying to get the trip on the other leg. Trombley working for it, and Trombley gets the takedown. 3-0 here early in period number 1 as they go out of play. So a quick 3-0 start for Jarrett Trombley, again, who's in his 5th year, not the starting 125-pounder. Again, they came off a top 10 match against Oklahoma State on Friday. That was Jacob Camacho, who's ranked number 17th in the country. He wrestled on Friday, therefore Jarrett Trombley for North Carolina State will get the start at 125 pounds as he starts on top here with 2:30 to go. Again, with the takedown already. It's a nice single leg move. Takedown Acevedo, the junior for Hofstra. His last match on the 22nd of December against Caleb Edwards of Edinburgh. Took a 7-1 decision loss in that one. As Acevedo gets the escape point to get on the board as the two get back to neutral. 3-1 your score, 2 minutes to go here in the first period. Acevedo from Sayreville, New Jersey as well. His last win was back on December 20th, a major decision victory as Trombley shoots again, still working, not able to fully get control yet, and now does. So his second takedown of the first period for Trombley to put the Wolfpack to put him up 6-1 here in the first period. However, Acevedo is able to get the escape to cut it 6-2, halfway gone by here in the first period. Acevedo's last win was back on December 20th against Julian Dawson of Morgan State. A 16-6 major decision victory. The lead for Jarrett Trombley, who is 1-2 overall this season. He's an experienced wrestler, though, at 55-30 in his career. Was an NCAA qualifier at 133 and another takedown for Trombley, a 9-2 lead early on as he has taken control here over Acevedo. Trombley is a redshirt freshman as well. Back in 2019-2020, put up a 20-9 record, finished 10-3 as well in 2021-22, and also qualified for the NCAA championships that year. As Acevedo gets the escape, so cut it to 9-3 as the first period comes to an end, or close to it, 15 seconds. As the two at neutral. Certainly a good start for the 5th year Jarrett Trombley to get it started for the Wolfpack, and that will do it for the first period. And it's a great start for Trombley, who registers 3 takedowns here in the first period. The 3 escape points for Dylan Acevedo, as Acevedo will start on the bottom here to start period number 2. Our ref blows his whistle, and we are back underway here for the second period. Again, for the 133 pounds next, Hofstra will forfeit. Well, they only have one 133-pounder, that's Ryan Arbite. And as Acevedo is able to get the escape point, still trails 9-4, a minute and a half to go here in the second period. Trombley again able to register 3 takedowns as he shoots. Good sprawl there by Acevedo. He's got a hold of his left leg. Not able to gain control just yet. Still got a hold of that left leg, trying to complete the takedown, and he gets the trip for the... And his 4th takedown. So Trombley takes a 12-4 lead. And the NCAA rule change, 3 points for takedown instead of the normal 2. And the escape point for Acevedo makes it 12-5. 1 minute to go here in this second period. Trombley looking for his 2nd victory of the season. Again, has only wrestled in 3 matches so far this season, behind a nationally ranked Jacob Camacho at 125 pounds, as Acevedo's got a single leg, looking to try and get the takedown, trying to get the trip, and Acevedo gets the takedown. So Acevedo's cut this down to 4 after a rough start early. He's done a nice job being able to get himself back into this match. 20 seconds to go here in the second period. He's still with control as slams him to the mat to keep control, trying not to let Trombley get the escape point here before the period ends. As the clock hits 3, 2, and 1, and that will do it for the second period, but a big bounce back period for the junior Dylan Acevedo as he is able to cut into the deficit. So a 12-8 advantage is certainly a nice showing so far for Acevedo. Again, Acevedo 1-7 on the season. So Acevedo starts the third period on top. 2 minutes to go. Start in control, and Acevedo trying to get him to the mat, but he cannot. And the escape point goes to Jarrett Trombley to make it a 5-point advantage. Minute 40 to go. 13-8 advantage for Trombley. Both of these wrestlers looking for win number 2 on the season, and to try and get their team on the board, especially for the Pride, with them forfeiting 133 pounds next. Trombley's got a hold of the right leg, does not have control as of yet. He's got a double leg now. He's trying to work on it, and there's the takedown. And that will probably seal this one in favor of Jarrett Trombley, the 5th year for North Carolina State. A 16-8 advantage. At the moment, a major decision. But if Acevedo can get an escape, he can cut it down to just a decision if it holds. So a very important point if Acevedo can get the escape as he tries to peel off, and he does. So 16-9, 7-point deficit. So at the moment, just would be a decision victory for Trombley here with 35 seconds, but with 2 team points here one team point at stake here in these last 30 seconds. 20 seconds to go. 16-9 as he shoots. It's 10 seconds to go. And that'll do it, a 16-9 decision victory to start it off for North Carolina State. My apologies on that one. That first matchup was a 197-pound matchup. So now we skip over to 285. A 4-0 team advantage for North Carolina State. It's Keaton Kluver, ranked number 21 in the country. Grad transfer from Minnesota. This is as the 2 go out of play, but they will stay up at neutral. So in that first match, again, my apologies, that was 197. Brock Del Signor was able to get the victory against Nicholas Miller. So it was Del Signor over Miller in the first match. At 197, we skip over to 285. Keaton Kluver, number 21 in the country, the grad transfer from Minnesota, who's had a great start to his Hofstra career. At 7-1 coming in. So they work for position up at neutral. On the other side for NC State, the 16th ranked Owen Treffin And as Treffin is able to get the takedown and a crucial 3 points for Treffin. Again, this match here at 285, certainly the highlight of the day. We got two nationally ranked wrestlers. Kluver at, again, Kluver number 21 in the country, and Treffin at 16. So a early takedown here in this first period. Still in control is Treffin with a 3-0 advantage. 40 seconds to go here in the first period. As they go out of play with 33 seconds to go. So Treffin starts on top, 25 seconds to go. 3-0 advantage with Treffin able to get the takedown here in this first period with a 3-0 lead. Ten seconds to go. Looks like Kluver is going to just wait this one out, and that will do it for the end of the first period. But a good start for the 16th ranked 285 in the country, Owen Treffin. With gets that takedown in the first period with and has a 3-0 advantage. So Treffin starts on bottom and is able to get the escape point. He takes a 4-0 lead. As Kluver nearly had the single leg, as the two of them go out, but will start once again at neutral. Looks like Kluver was able to. Kluver had potentially to get a single leg, but did not. Kluver tries to shoot again, trailing 4-0. A minute and a half to go in the second period. Treffin working, trying to finish the single leg, and does get the takedown. So a 7-0 advantage for Owen Treffin. He's got more control time with a minute to go in the second period. And this is a matchup that was heavily billed coming into today between the 16th ranked Treffin and the 21st ranked Keaton Kluver. Kluver trying to get the escape point, and he does. So Keaton Kluver on the board here in the second period as the two of them go out of play with 35 seconds to go. Two start from neutral, 30 seconds to go. See if Kluver tries to be aggressive here, down 6. At the end of this second period. So an impressive performance from Owen Treffin so far in these first two periods. Two of them from neutral. And that will do it for the second period. Owen Treffin has a 7-1 advantage going into the third period. So Keaton Kluver will start on bottom to begin the third period. Again, trying to get the crucial escape point to try and spark a third period comeback. So he does get the escape point. He's able to work up now with a minute and 40 seconds to go. Trailing 7-2 as Treffin shoots. at neutral, under a minute and a half to go. Kluver shoots for the takedown, but a good sprawl by Owen Treffen, but the two go out of play. And the referee is going to start them from neutral with 1:14 to go. One minute left, still 7-2 advantage for Owen Treffen. As he shoots, and it's another takedown for Owen Treffen. Now takes a 10-2 lead. Looking for the major decision win against a ranked opponent. As he gets the escape point, 10-3 advantage for Treffen as Treffen hits the mat with 20 seconds to go. And firmly in control of this one, an impressive performance from Treffen, the 16th ranked 285er. As Kluver shoots, it's not able to be able to get control though, with just 3 seconds on the clock. And that will do it as North Carolina State gets their second victory. Owen Treffen gets an additional point with the control time and gets an 11-3 win over Keaton Kluver, and that'll put North Carolina State up 8-0 overall in this dual match. So the only ranked matchup of the day goes in favor of the Wolfpack. So now we will go to 125 pounds between Jared Trombley and Dylan Acevedo. So now these two will go at it. Again, my apologies on the first one. Brock Del Signor was able to get the victory in that first matchup. So Acevedo and Trombley both looking for their second victory of the season. Again, Trombley, it's not the usual 125er for North Carolina State. That's usually Jacob Camacho, nationally ranked wrestler. But with Camacho wrestling on Friday, they opt to give Trombley a opportunity here up in Hempstead. So no score as of yet. So they're going to start once again from neutral. It's a really quick shoot, but I believe he went before the whistle, and he did, and so they're going to stand him up again. And Acevedo from Sayreville, New Jersey. 1-7 overall in the season compared to Jarrett Trombley, who's 1-2. Trombley a fifth year, so certainly has the more experience. 55-30 overall. Acevedo trying to establish control. Still no points yet. .145 to go. No score yet here in the first period. So Trombley, still no points awarded as the two go out of play. But a competitive match gets the crowd excited here in the Physical Education Center in Hempstead. 20. As Hofstra looks to get on the board for the first time today against the 7th ranked North Carolina State Wolfpack. So whistle as the headgear of Jarrett Trombley comes off. So as he gets to reapply. And these two teams, this is the 6th all-time matchup between the two. Hofstra is 2-3 all-time, but NC State has won the last 3 matchups. Last time they got together in 2020 at the MAC, North Carolina State came away with the victory 37-2, and a connection as well between Dennis Papadopoulos and Pat Popolizio. Popolizio in his 12th season is at North Carolina State, as Papadopoulos actually was an assistant under Popolizio at Binghamton when the two of them were both at Binghamton. 40 seconds. It has been a competitive first period between Jarrett Trombley and Dylan Acevedo here at 125 pounds. Still in neutral, looking to establish control as they both go to their knees. Still no control established with 20 seconds. It's going to have to be quick. We'll have to see if Trombley can spin and take the back of Acevedo. 6 seconds. Can they get the points? He's trying to get it right before the horn is Trombley, and he cannot get the points. So Acevedo is able to get out. Still no score heading to the second period. And Acevedo in his last match lost by decision 7-1 to Caleb Edwards of Edinburgh back on December 22nd. His last win was a couple days prior on the 20th against Julian Dawson of Morgan State, a major decision victory, 16-6. Trombley as well, starts on top. With a minute 40 to go here in the second period. Trombley has control of that left leg, now lets it go. Of course, in a low-scoring match like this, an escape point would be really crucial, but right now Trombley is in control, racking up that control time. And Trombley just 1-2 this year, but a very experienced wrestler with 85 career matches coming in, compared to Acevedo's 31. As Trombley trying to get the half Nelson, or rather not the half Nelson, trying to get the cross face. It's been all Trombley here in this second round, in the second period. Still no score. And Trombley looking for possibly for near fall points, but it's not able to get there. "20 seconds to go here in the second period as Acevedo started on the bottom. And was not able to register an escape point, but no points either for Jacob Trombley, or for Jarrett Trombley. 4 seconds to go, as that will do it as well for the second period, as we are still scoreless. A very competitive match between these two. As we enter. So now, with no score, this is a crucial start to this third period. Can Trombley work up and get an escape point with Acevedo starting on top? With 2 minutes to go, and what could end up being the deciding point in this match, as Trombley nearly has the escape, and he does. And Jarrett Trombley takes a 1-0 lead. Minute 40, Acevedo's going to need to go to work. 1:30 to go. Both of these wrestlers looking for win number 2 on the season. This is just the 4th match of the season for Jarrett Trombley of North Carolina State. And he's behind a nationally ranked 125er in Jacob Camacho. As Trombley shoots, is able to get on that left leg. No control yet. North Carolina State coach is asking for control. They don't have it. under a minute to go here in the third period, and is able to get the takedown. So Trombley gets the takedown as Strunt nearly has on the back to near fall points. No signal from the ref as of yet. Can he get the fall? 35 seconds to go, and here's the near fall points.
30 seconds.
So able to get some 20 seconds to go. He's trying to finish this emphatically. Is Jarrett Trombley in control here in this third period. And able to switch position. Does he have enough for the fall? 5 seconds to go in the third period. And he's not able to finish it. However, 4 near fall points are awarded, plus the additional point in control time. So a 9-0 victory for Jarrett Trombley at 125. And North Carolina State with the major decision take a 12-0 lead. Of course, so at 133 pounds again, Hofstra forfeiting today. So that will make it an 18-0 advantage. So Ryan Jack versus Alex Turley here at 141 pounds. Ryan Jack, the number 4 141-pounder in the country. Jack looking for controls. Turley as well, coming in with a record of 4-8 on the season. Last match was a 7-1 decision loss to Anthony Ferraro of Edinburgh. Is just like that, Ryan Jack registers the takedown. So an early 3-0 advantage for Jack, who comes in with an overall record of 10-2, and career record as well of 56-19. Was the ACC runner-up last season. Lost to Pitt's Cole Matthews 2-1 by decision, as Alex Turley gets on the board with an escape point. But just like that, another takedown for Ryan Jack. Jack, certainly, again, the number 4 ranked 141 wrestler in the nation. So Jack as well coming off a loss, or rather, sorry, Jack coming off a win against Oklahoma State, and in a big-time top 10 matchup between the 4th rank, him at 4, and Tegan Jamison at number 7. This time against Alex Turley. He's already got an 8-1 lead. He still controls on top. Ryan Jack has been a NCAA qualifier at 141 pounds each of the last 2 years. So the escape point for the Pride as well, and Alex Turley. Now Jack shoots for the takedown, has control of that left leg, goes for the trip, and he gets it. Another takedown for Ryan Jack. He's got an 11-1 advantage here in this first period. And the two nearly go out of play, but stay in. As Jack is content with letting him up and conceding the escape point. So the 3 escape points in period 1 for Alex Turley. And it will be another 3 points takedown awarded to Ryan Jack, but his headgear came off, so the referee blows it dead. A dominating first period for the number 4 ranked 141 wrestler in the nation, Ryan Jack. Again, 10-2 coming in this season. Already has 4 ranked wins this season so far. Last season went 21-5 overall with 10 ranked wins a season ago. As the first period nearly coming to an end, and it does, but a dominant 14-1, or excuse me, not 14-1, 14-3 advantage for Ryan Jack. Undoubtedly, Ryan Jack looking for the technical fall, and the 5 points for North Carolina State. He's close to it with an 11-point advantage going into this second period. He starts up top. Ryan Jack in firm control. Here, 141 pounds is North Carolina State, showing why so far today. They're the number 7 ranked team in the country. Has control of that right arm. With a minute and 15 seconds to go here in the second period. As the referee gives a stall warning to Alex Turley. Jack still working for possession. As he's trying to get Turley onto his back, cannot do so as of yet. Has a firm hook of that right elbow as he tries to crank him over onto his back. 40 seconds to go in period number 2. Still no points yet registered here in the second period. 14-3, the advantage still. As Jack is content with letting Turley up to concede the escape point to get back to neutral. 14-4 is the advantage for Ryan Jack. So Jack shoots a good sprawl initially by Turley as he 10 seconds to go. Turley shooting for the takedown and is able to not get it yet, and now just does get it right ahead of the horn. Oh, and that'll make it 17-4 going into the third period. So Jack, with how dominant he's been at neutral, makes the pretty easy call to start at neutral with a 13-point advantage. And he shoots for, and is able to get the double leg. And a 3-point takedown, and that will do it. As Ryan Jack wins by technical fall, 21-4. 21-4 win for Ryan Jack over Alex Turley. And with those 5 points, North Carolina State takes a 23-0 lead. As we move to 149 pounds, Trevor Cantor and Noah Tapia. So Trevor Cantor is a freshman. Well, Noah Tapia as well. So 2 freshmen going at it today at 149 pounds. Tapia has been one of Hofstra's best young wrestlers, and Tapia is able to get the takedown. What a great start for Noah Tapia. Just 20 seconds into the match against Trevor Cantor. And Tapia, he is one of the best young wrestlers on this team. Comes in with a record of 6-8. He has wrestled a lot better lately. He's won 3 of his last 4 matches, including 2 major decisions. Was a high school state champion in the state of Illinois in high school. Senior finished 52-1 with 40 pins at Malign High School in Illinois. But an early 3-1 advantage. And another takedown for Noah Tapia. Tapia with a 6-1 advantage over the fellow freshman Trevor Cantor of North Carolina State. Tapia's last match was a win over Colin Roberts as the Trevor Cantor gets the escape point to make it 6-2. Last match for Tapia was a 6-2 decision victory over Colin Roberts of Edinburgh back on the 22nd. As good sprawl there by Tapia as Cantor shoots. He tries to spin. Can't quite get there with 1:20 to go. No, Tapia is someone that this program is really excited for and the future that he holds at this 149-pound weight class. Not quite. He's trying to spin to get full control. Doesn't quite have it yet, and now does. Noah Tapia with a dominant first period. His third takedown of period number 1. Noah Tapia in firm control over the freshman Trevor Cantor of North Carolina State. 45 seconds to go here in the first period. As Tapia able to roll over as he gets some near fall points as well. Can he? And a dominant first round for Noah Tapia. And four near fall points awarded, a 13-2 advantage. Wow, what a dominant display by Tapia here in this first period against Trevor Cantor to try and get the pride on the board here in this dual match with the number 7 ranked team in the nation. And that will do it for the first period, but Noah Tapia putting on a show here in Hempstead. He's got a 13-2 lead going into the second period. So Cantor will start on bottom, or rather, never mind. They're going to start at neutral, or rather, he's just going to concede the escape point to get back to neutral with Cantor selecting bottom. So 13-3 is with Tapia being so dominant with those 3 takedowns, and he's able to nearly get a fourth, and he does. Noah Tapia's got a 16-3 lead. Is trying to go for the fall, and is more back points being awarded. Can Tapia finish it and get the fall? He's close to it, trying to press those shoulder blades down. He's got a hold of that left leg. Can Tapia finish it? 1:15 to go in the second period. Not as that left shoulder blade still pretty far off the ground for North Carolina State's Trevor Cantor. But Tapia in firm control with 1 minute to go in the second period as 4 back points awarded for Tapia, and that will do it as Noah Tapia winning 20-3 by technical fall. And that puts a stop to this one, and the Hofstra Pride get their first 5 points on the board. So a great performance by Noah Tapia, and he gets the pride on the board. So 23-5 is the score. So Jarius Clark for Hofstra as we start with 157 against Ed Scott. As Ed Scott is quickly able to get the takedown 20 seconds in. Ed Scott, the number 5 ranked 157-pounder in the nation. And Scott as well, the pass on Friday in their match against Oklahoma State, got upset by the 24th ranked Oklahoma State Cowboy Teague Travis. And lost in a decision. It was a close decision, 7-6, as Jarius Clark and Ed Scott go out of play, as they will start with Ed Scott on top. Scott was upset on Friday and looking to bounce back here on Sunday. A quick turnaround, but against Jarius Clark, who's also opened a lot of eyes here in his sophomore year as an escape point for Clark. He is 8-2 on the season. His last match was a 10-1 major decision victory over Stephen Lynch of Edinburgh, as Ed Scott is able to get another takedown at 6-1 as he Tries to get him onto his back, and he does, and here's some back points. And there will be back points for Ed Scott, as Ed Scott going for the fall of Jarius Clark, and he gets it. Ed Scott bounces back from his upset loss on Friday against Oklahoma State with a win by fall. And Ed Scott gets the pin at 157 pounds as Jarius Clark picks up his third loss of the season. Ed Scott, though, showing why. He came in, that gets his 14th win. He is 14-2.
At 165 pounds, for North Carolina State, a sophomore from Brunswick, Ohio, Derek Fields. And your pride, a sophomore from Wonton, New York, Max Rogers.
So Rogers it was a bit as unknown what was going to happen at 165 pounds, and it will be Matt Rogers. Rogers with his second match of the season. His one loss was to Bryce Hepner of Ohio State back on in their dual match back on November 19th. An 18-2 technical fall loss. Matt Rogers as well. 5-11 career record as he is a junior, but quickly going against Derek Fields of North Carolina State. So Fields will start on top. Good, Matt Rogers getting just his second match so far this season. Still working on top with his initial control. As Rogers trying to work for the reversal but could not get it. Is trying to get the escape point but can't get there quite yet. But now goes to the single leg and gets him right back down to the mat. This again at 165 pounds between Derek Fields and Matt Rogers, the junior for Hofstra. Fields, the number 18th ranked. Fields number 18 in the nation at 165 is 8-2 so far on the season as Matt Rogers able to get the escape point. Fields 8-2 as well as a redshirt sophomore as another takedown for Derek Fields. Take 6-1, but quickly able to get up is Matt Rogers. And he's able to get right back in control. Another 3-point takedown. So Fields with a 9-2 advantage here in the first period. As they're close to going off the mat, and the referee will bring them back to the center. Fields will start on top. Again, Fields, number 18 in the nation at 165 pounds. 8-2 overall this season, 14-8 in his career. Was a top recruit out of high school. His older brother, Matt, as well, also wrestled at North Carolina State. So 10 seconds to go here in the first period, one that has been dominated so far by Derek Fields. So Fields working for position, and that will do it for the first period. So we head to the second period, 9-2. It'll be Fields starting on bottom, I believe it looks like. And it will be. So Matt Rogers starting on top. Again, this is just the second match of the year for the junior Matt Rogers. And his last match was the quick escape and gets the point for Derek Fields. Matt Rogers And quite the tough assignment in that first match of the year, back on November 19th against number 18 Bryce Hepner of Ohio State. This is Derek Fields, number 18 now, and another three-point takedown yet again for Derek Fields. Dominated this match so far, 13-2 advantage, as concedes the escape as well, 10-point advantage. And another takedown for Derek Fields. It's up 16-3. I think it looks like he's just going to let him up, concede the escape point. And as one more takedown would do it. And for North Carolina State would win by a technical fall as he shoots a good sprawl, and he shoots for the right leg. Can he finish it? And Fields finish it, and he's about to, and he does, and that'll do it. So Derek Fields with a dominant 19-4 victory. Or 20-4 as well, with the extra point added. So Fields with a dominant victory at 165 pounds. That'll give way at 174. Alex Faison, number 30. So it'll be Eric Schindel against the number 31 ranked Alex Faison, as Faison is able to get the quick takedown. And at 174. A 34-5 advantage overall for North Carolina State, as the referee will bring them back to the center. And they will reward Schindel with the escape point. Eric Schindel at 174 pounds. This is just his second match of the year at 174 pounds. Also wrestles at 165. Schindel overall on the season 2-6. Career record of 15-23. His last match was a tough one back on December the 10th. Went up to 174 pounds to wrestle the top-ranked 174-pounder in the country in Carter Starocki at Penn State, and lost by technical fall. And a three-point takedown goes to Alex Faison. Faison in his fifth year at North Carolina State, as the 6-1 advantage will be brought back to the center. And so Faison will start on top. See if he lets him up, and he will concede the escape point. So 6-2 as Faison goes back to work. And Faison, number 31 in the nation, as he shoots for the single leg, and he's got it. Can he finish it for the takedown? No, referee says not quite yet. He's still got a firm hold of that right leg of Eric Schindel. Still no control awarded yet. Still spinning, trying to get it, and now does. So a three-point takedown for Alex Faison. So Schindel trailing 9-2, and has wrestled ranked wrestlers in his last two matches. With 1 minute to go here in the first period, a 9-2 lead for Alex Faison at 174 pounds. Still working for position with 50 seconds to go here in the first period, as the referee will bring them back to the centers. They go out of play. So just 174 and 184 left after this one. And another takedown for Alex Faison. So Faison with a dominant effort here in this first period. 30 seconds remaining in period number 1. A 12-3 advantage. With those 4 takedowns for Faison, as Faison will start on top. We'll see if he will let him up. He will. And he will concede the escape point. Or rather, does not concede the, well, de facto concedes the escape point. So 12-4 lead with 20 seconds to go. Faison looking to see if he can possibly get one more takedown here with 15 seconds to go in the first period. As they wrestle up high as he go to the ground, and another takedown. And Faison with a 15-4 advantage. And that will do it for period number 1. A dominant effort for Faison in this first period so far. A 15-4 advantage. So Eric Schindel will select neutral. Faison looking for the technical, on track at the moment to try and win by technical fall. As Faison shoots. Is not able to get control as of yet. Close to being out of play, but not quite yet. He's got control of the single leg and does get the takedown. So an 18-4 advantage, as the referees will bring this one back to the center. So they will start at neutral as Faison will concede the escape point. Looking for one more takedown to try and win this one by technical fall. And he does not yet. Trying to get his head to the other side. He's close, and he does get the takedown. And that will do it. Alex Faison gets his 9th win of the season. As he gets the win by technical fall, a 39-5 advantage. So that leaves us with 184. So it will be Will Conlon for Hofstra. So it will be. So it'll be Conlon, Will Conlon at 184 pounds. Conlon as well, a freshman from Alabama. Conlon's been impressive so far this year at 6 and 7. No control yet. Conlon again, one of the on a very young team. Conlon been one of the building blocks as well. Still no control established yet. And now the takedown given. So a 3-0 advantage. Will Conlon again coming into today with an overall record of 6 and 7. His last match was a win. He's won his last 3, all by decision. Last one back on December 22nd against Brody Evans of Edinburgh, and a 7-2 division win, or decision win. Going against Dylan Reinert of North Carolina State, who's got a 3-0 advantage here in the first period. As they go out of play. .124 to go in the first period. In the last match of the day, in this dual match between the 7th ranked Wolfpack And the Hofstra Pride is escape point to Will Conlon. Going against Reinert is the Pride trying to finish this dual matchup on a high note. Is what has been a pretty competitive first period here at 184 pounds. Still at neutral. It's just Reinert still with that 3-point takedown early on, but the escape point. But otherwise, it's been pretty even so far. 35 seconds to go is certainly the outcome of the dual match not in doubt. A 39-5 advantage for North Carolina State in team points. Well, Conlon as well is his last of Penn State, the number 2 ranked 184 pounder in the country. Lost by fall in that one, but since then he has really bounced back. Had a fourth, that was the loss to Truax with his 4th in a row, but he's won his last 3. So certainly the ups and downs that you look to see as that are expected as with a freshman, is that'll do it for the first period. So North Carolina State Reinert electing bottom as he tries to get that escape point. Conlon still working. Forward position. He tries to get him back down to the mat. Nearly does, but now is able to get him back. So working with the cross face. And now Reinert is able to get the escape point. So a minute and a half to go in this second period, and what will be the final match of the day between these two teams, as Reinert shoots for a takedown. Doesn't have it quite yet. And does not have it yet, but still working for position, as well as the weight shift into the other side as they scramble, and now the takedown for Dylan Reinert. Reinert's got a 7-1 advantage. And firm control here at the 184-pound match between these two. And Will Conlon, just a freshman, but has gotten a lot of great experience to begin his freshman campaign here with the Pride. Coming in on a 3-match winning streak. 6-7 overall, but has won each of those by decision. 6-4 against Kingsley Menifee of Morgan State on the 20th, as well as a 6-2 decision win over Tanner Culver of Bloomsburg in that same tri-match between Morgan State and Bloomsburg and the Pride. 10 seconds to go. And that will do it for period number 2 as Dylan Reinert in control of this one. Have a 7-1 lead going into this third period. So Conlon's on bottom, tries to get the escape, and he does. And a good job there by Will Conlon. Keep himself in this one in the third period. Guts it to 7-2. Both working up in neutral as Conlon shoots. Good job defending there by Reinert. And he's got the single, he's got his right leg. Works for position, and he's got it. So Dylan Reinert gets his third takedown of this match. Take a commanding 10-2 victory, or not a victory, a lead at the moment. 10-2 lead with 1:20 to go in this third period. As North Carolina State trying to close out the victory. An emphatic one after losing at home on Friday in a top 10 matchup to Oklahoma State. One minute to go. Reiner in full control. Now 45 seconds to play. And he's able to get the escape point as well, Conlon. Make it 10-3. So Conlon at neutral, 30 seconds left. See if Conlon tries to shoot for a takedown. He does. Good defense there by Reiner. As Conlon nearly just couldn't get a firm hold of him. Now Conlon does shoot. He's got a hold. Let's see with 12 seconds left if he's able to gain control. Good sprawl there by Dylan Reinert. As the clock hits 2-1, and that will do it. As Dylan Reinert with the win, with the major decision win at 184 pounds, an 11-3 win for Reinert over Will Conlon. Conlon, who has his 3-match winning streak snapped. And that will do it. A 43-5 final here from Hempstead as the 7th-ranked team in the nation, North Carolina State, wins 43-5 here in Hempstead as they will start ACC play next. And the Hofstra Pride, after this one, will head to Virginia to wrestle VMI on Saturday, and then followed with the away match, dual match at George Mason down in Fairfax, Virginia on Sunday the 14th. So that'll do it for us from the David S. Mack Physical Education Center in Hempstead. One final time, 43-5 win for the North Carolina State Wolfpack, who snapped their 2-match losing streak. I'm Will Thompson. Thanks so much for joining us, and have a great rest of your